Hey guys, welcome back. And in today's video, we are going to be going over all 15 Fortnite seasons from Chapter 1, Season 1, all the way to Chapter 2, Season 5 that just came out today. So, there may be some spoilers ahead because I'm going to tell you guys about the seasons and I'm going to be reviewing them. So basically, I am going to be going and finding pictures of them and we're just going to rate them based on all the things that happened in the season. So I am going to make a little spreadsheet and we'll get to it soon. So, Fortnite chapter comparison. We're going to start off. I'm going to put on the pointer. So, we have first up Chapter 1, Season 1. And we're going to compare this to Chapter 2, Season 1. So, Chapter 1, Season 1, this was a map. We had Loot Lake, we had Dust Depot, Wailing Woods, we had Tomato Temple, Moisty Mire, we had Flush Factory, Greasy Groves, Pleasant Park, and Lucky Landing, Fatal Fields, and Anarchy Acres. I think I got all of them. So that was a map. This was the Season 1 background with the Renegade Raider and Aerial Assault Trooper were the only two skins you could get. And now we're on the Chapter 2, Season 1, where we had Ripley, and we had Riptide, and Journey Hazard, Fusion, Cameo Check, 8-Ball Scratch, that one skin, I forgot. I have these ones though, but that was a battle pass. It was the 10th battle pass, and it was the 11th season. And then here, let me move my camera. So this is a map of Chapter 2, Season 1. We have Pleasant Park, we had Salty Springs and Retail Row. Locations we all remember. But then we had new locations. We had Frenzy Farms, which was like Fatal Fields. And we had the Middle Island, that was similar to Loot Lake. Weeping Woods, that was similar to Wailing Woods. And Holly Hedges, and Slurpy Swamp, and Misty Meadows, which was kind of like Happy Hamlet in Season 7. Lazy Lake was like Tilted Towers, which wasn't here yet. And then Dirty Docks, we saw it retail, Salty and Pleasant. And Steamy Stacks was kind of like the volcano from Season 8, if you guys remember that. And then there's Sweaty Sands. So now that was Chapter 1, we're going to be on to the Season 2 comparisons. Alright, honestly, guys, so I forgot to compare the two for these seasons. But I will tell you, in my opinion, I think Chapter 1, Season 1 is way better than Chapter 2, Season 1. Because Chapter 1, Season 1, everything was just beginning. Everything was new to everyone. And look at this map. We had all the OG locations. And sure, this map is 4 times the size, but like maybe 2 times. But 2 times the size, but it's crap. Like, we only have 3 of the same locations. And then this was way better. Even though they were just beginning and everything was happening, I really think Chapter 1, Season 1 was way better. So we'll get to the next slide here. Chapter 1, Season 2 versus Chapter 2, Season 2. So, Fortnite Season 2 of Chapter 1, we had the first battle pass with the Black Knight and the Female Knight and Sparkle Specialist. We had introduces of pickaxes, skins, gliders, emoticons, you name it, except for back blings. We had dances. So we didn't have back blings until Season 3, but it was the first battle pass. It was pretty sick. We had the map. We had the introduction of Tilted Towers right there. Oh crap, that's my bad. We had I'll just hover over it. Introduction of Greasy Groves here. We had Haunted Hills over here. Snobby Shores. Junk Junction, Shifty Shafts. We had Lucky Landing was still there. It got moved down. We had Lonely Lodge. Yeah, I think that was it. So they added a lot of locations, and then we have the Chapter 2, Season 2, where we had Brutus, we had Tiantina, Midas, Sky, and Meow Skulls, many more. And that was a spy season. We have the map here. I couldn't get the whole thing, but we had Pleasant Park, Salty Springs, Frenzy, all the locations. But the new ones were the Shark, which is there, was where Sky was. If you killed Sky, you would get the legendary Scar and the infinite mythic grappler as well. Sorry, mythic Scar. And that's what the shark was. It was like a big shark. And there's also Bolt from their key card. This was the first introduction of Bolt in Fortnite in Chapter 2, Season 2. We also had the yacht, which came to first be Meowskull's place. It was Meowskull's, but like not this version, the white version, the ghost version. There's Ghost, which was good, and Shadow, which was bad. We had Ghost. And then he was at the yacht. Eventually, he got kicked off when Deadpool got there. He turned to the dark and went at the shack. And Deadpool took over the yacht with his dual pistols, and those were mythic. And Meowskulls had the key card and the mythical heavy assault rifle, which saw the introduction of the new skinned heavy assault. We had the grotto down here, which was where Brutus was. He had the minigun. It was like kind of an underground area. He had the mythic minigun, and then he had the key card. So fun times. We also had Agency, where Midas was with his mythic drum gun. I think it was the drum gun, and then the key card to the vault, vault, and vault. And then down here, I couldn't show it, but we had the rig where T and Tina was. Eventually, the rig got destroyed. She had the mythic boombow and the key card. There's a vault there too. And then eventually she turned to the dark side when the rig got completely demolished and ink spread everywhere. There's a total breakdown in the rig, and she turned to the dark. Brutus. Everyone eventually turned to the dark when their place got overrun. So I'm going to show you. I honestly think that Chapter 2, Season 2 was better. Even though Chapter 1, Season 2, I didn't play it. It was the first season. But Chapter 2, Season 2 was sick. It had the introduction of all these vaults. Chapter 1, Season 2 only had just skins in new locations in the first battle pass. But this was insane. Bolts, it became overpowered, but it sure was fun. So I say Chapter 2, Season 2 is better. Let's get on to the Season 3s. Alright. Chapter 1, Season 3 versus Chapter 2, Season 3. So, first up, we got Chapter 1, Season 3. We had the second battle pass, and we had the male space skin, the female space skin, the space dude. We had John Wick. We had the Rust Lord, which everyone thought was Star Lord at the time. And then we had, I forget the name, but that was also another Season 3 skin. So John Wick, huge at the time. This is the space themed one. There's a little event. This is when the storyline started to start going, and meteors were hitting everywhere. So then we have Chapter 2, Season 3, where this is when things got destroyed in Chapter 2. The worst season we've had in Chapter 2. We had Authority, Salty, Holly, Fortilla, Rickety Rig, Sweaty Sands, Pleasant Park, Frenzy Farms, Steaming Stacks, Retail, Lazy, Caddy, Misty. Now, Caddy Corner and Fortilla were new. The rig was completely destroyed. There's a rig. It was destroyed. And we had Caddy Corner. So, Caddy Corner, there was, let's just go to the next thing. Caddy Corner was with this person, Kit. So, Kit, if you killed him at this place, Caddy Corner, you would get the Shockwave launcher, the mythic Shockwave launcher. It was kind of like it was like a grenade launcher, but instead of shooting out grenades, it shot out an impulse grenade that launched you, and that was mythic. And then you had the mythic charge shotgun, which was a new gun that if you held the shoot button, it would power up until it was enough to explode. Because I remember always hearing like like sound, and then people would go ping, and then it would hit you. So that thing was annoying. It took too much damage. Even for a gray one, if you hit a headshot, then you were dead. Um, so obviously we had Jules, we had Siona, Fade, Kit, Eternal Night, Ocean, and then we had Aquaman later in the season. We had Scuba Jonesy down there, which I'll let this fade away so you guys can see that. So there's Scuba Jonesy, and then we had the addition of the Fortilla, which Ocean was the boss there. She also had a key card. I forgot Kit had a key card too to Caddy Corner. At Fortilla, Ocean was at Fortilla, and if you killed her, you would get a mythical chug jug that was repetitive. Like you had to wait. See, there's Scuba Jonesy vibing down there. You would have to wait for the chug jug after you took it. It had like a 15 cooldown, 30 maybe, and then you would use it again. So it was a mythic one. It was infinite, and which was really insane. Everybody wanted it. And then you had the mythic burst assault rifle, which they brought burst assault rifles back in this game, and they were back at their 3 tick. No, they changed them to 2 tick. They buffed them. Used to be a 3 tick, now it's a 2 tick. So honestly, I think Chapter 2, Season 3 was terrible, and the Sharks did nothing but crap. The event was garbage, with the device pushing back the storm. So I'd say Chapter 1, Season 3 was better than Chapter 2, Season 3. Chapter 1, Season 3 is better than. I think I said that right. So, yeah, this season was way better. So let's get on to chapter. Let's get on to season 4's. So let's go. Chapter 1, Season 4 versus Chapter 2, Season 4. We obviously had all of these skins. This was at the point when the meteor from space crashed down into Dusty Depot and left a divot. And then the visitor came out, started building his rocket, and the event happened with the rocket in season 4. First event ever. So we had the Wonder Woman skin, the Valkyrie, I think it was. We had Omega, which was a tier 100. We had Carbide as the tier 1, and Tilted Technique. We had, I forget his name all the time. We have Zoe, and then we had this one too. This was a map. Obviously, it used to be Dusty Depot, but it turned into Dusty Divot when the meteor hit. And that was the only new location. Actually, that was the only new location. So all the other locations in the game, except Dusty Depot, got crashed and turned into Dusty Divot. There's a bunch of rocks, space rocks you could crush and bounce around and stuff. Then we have Chapter 2, Season 4. We have new location Stark Industries, replaced Fatal Fields in week 2 or 3. I think it was week 3. Frenzy was only in for 3 weeks, and then we had Pleasant Park turn into Doom's Domain. I'll tell you guys more later. So we had Stark Industries and Doom's Domain overrun Pleasant. Stark Industries overran Fatal in the 3rd week. Then we had the Ant-Man location, all those small locations. That was it. I forgot to mention Coral Castle was added into the game in Chapter 2, Season 3. It was really bad. I don't ever land there. I'm pretty sure it's still in the game. I don't even land there. So obviously Stark Industries had Tony Stark. So I'll go over the skins. Obviously we all know, but I'll go over them anyway. Iron Man, Groot, Mystique, Thor, She-Hulk, Storm, Wolverine, and Doctor Doom. Wolverine was a secret skin. Iron Man was a tier 100. The tier 1 was Thor. This is a tier 20, tier 80, tier 40, and the tier 60. So we had all those skins, and then the gold styles and rainbow styles and silver styles. Silver, gold, rainbow is the order they went in. I only got up to Rainbow Thor, but using the event, if you guys want to go check that out, go check it out. So we had Stark Industries, who had Tony Stark. If you killed him, you got his mythic gauntlets. Now this is the first season that they brought out mythical like powers, and it had, if you killed Tony Stark, you got his key card, his mythic gauntlets, which you could float, you could also shoot, and then you also got his beam as a separate one that you shot out, and it took 90 damage. That thing was overpowered. I hate getting hit by that. People spam the gauntlets all the time too. Doom's Domain had Doctor Doom. This is right at the beginning of the season. Pleasant Park was gone. And Doctor Doom, if you killed him, his main mythic would be the arcane gauntlets that you would float with, and you would like shoot out like that. And then he also had the bomb, which you would throw and like power up, and then you would throw it. And that was really cool too, because that put builds on fire. I honestly think the Tony Stark beam was better than the, but the gauntlets for Doctor Doom are they're decent, but they're not good, I would say. I'd say Chapter 2 Season 4 is better than Chapter 1 Season 4 because it had all those mythics. It had a Marvel Battle Pass. Like, look at how sick this is compared to that. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. So I'm just saying Chapter 2 Season 4 was better. They had the amazing event with Galactus yesterday that ended the season off. And I will tell you about this season that came out today versus the two Season 5s. Alright, so let's get on to Season 5. Chapter 1 Season 5 versus Chapter 2 Season 5 that just came out at 2 a.m. today. We have Chapter 1 Season 5. This came out in, I believe, the summer of 2018. And we obviously have the bomber, the beach skin, I forget. I honestly don't know the names of these except that's Drift. And then there's this lady. I think that was called Maven or something. Ragnarok, Red Hot, and like the Battlehawk guy. So decent skins. I say it was an okay season. This was the map. Dusty Divot was starting to get some trees now. People are getting used to Dusty Depot being gone and Dusty Divot being here. They had the Viking Island appear here. And then they had, who could forget, Paradise Palms took over Moisty Mire. Moisty Mire got destroyed and replaced with Paradise Palms. The racetrack in Paradise Palms, some Mexican towns down here. So good times. I remember when that was in the game. And oh yeah, they added Lazy Links too, which it destroyed Anarchy Acres, I believe. Anarchy used to be here, and then I'm pretty sure Risky was always here. I'd have to go back to check, but I'm pretty sure Risky was always there. If not, Risky was added in Season 5. That's it. And then we have this season, which was just released. Obviously, the season was just added. We had everything. Pleasant Park was back today. There's no more Doom's Domain. Stark Industries is gone and is replaced with the Coliseum. Colossal Coliseum. I'm still trying to get used to the names of the places. We have a whole sand biome here. Colossal Coliseum took over Stark. Pleasant Park is back. We have this like little forest area. I think it's like a dungeon. It's like a, yeah, so this is a Coliseum, like a gladiator. And then there's each people at different places that you can trade with. This is where the Nexus is because it got sucked out of the Authority, so now it brought some reality from somewhere else, and from the old map back. So we have Salty Springs, but it's also mixed with Tilted Towers, so it's Salty Towers now. Tilted is back, but it's mixed with Salty. So some Salty buildings, but I say 70-80% of it, no, like 90% of it, 98% is Tilted, 2% is Salty. But there's sand too. So, and then we also have Flush Factory back at the bottom, and we have other new old locations. We have Tomato Town back. Some old locations are back. So 1, 2, 3 new POIs. Oh, we have this one down here, 4 POIs. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is like where you trade with other people. I forgot. It's where the robots used to be last season. So that's it. This is the Battle Pass, the Mandalorian, the Gladiator, her, the Waffle, the Stew, the Anime Girl, the upgradable one. I can't wait. I'm going to show you guys the Battle Pass today. Here it is. That's a little spoiler for later. I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.